That's right, boys and girls, we are live once again, right here on Twitch, as we go right back into the Gold Cup, boys and girls. It's heating up nicely in the Gold Cup, and then later on today, this is a double stream, boys and girls, so when this wraps up, don't go anywhere, because we've got the African Cup of Nations shortly after this bad boy. But anyway, let's waste no more time and get stuck into it. That's right, boys and girls, we are back for Matchday 2, Part 2 in the 2019 Gold Cup, and that will be focusing on Groups C and D in this 2019 tournament out in the Americas. Now, if you are watching right here, right now, and you've not followed the channel on Twitchosphere, make sure you smash that follow button. Trying to push this baby up to 50 followers. I'm a little bit off the camera here, if I could kind of maybe move myself a little bit. There we go. And if you are watching later on the old YouTube on the re-upload, make sure you smash that follow, smash the subscribe, and smash the thumbs up to push this baby up into the old algorithm, boys and girls. But anyway, so we've got a lot to cover today on the old live stream, both shows, this show and the next show. So let's take a look at match day 2 over in Group C, if it'll let me. Hang on a minute. I've got to go manual. I've got to go manual here. My Stream Deck is all botched out on me. But anyway, so here we are, boys and girls, to take a look at Match Day 2, Part 2 in the 2019 Gold Cup, and that includes Groups C and D. So let's get cracking. Take a look at those nations, just a refresher. A lot of them were in action last night. So some of the nations, in fact, the nations that were involved last night were Group D, but these are Group C. So Curaçao are back in it, back in action, coming up. Now, their odds have lengthened dramatically. They originally started the tournament 300 to 1, and they are now as long as 2,500 to 1. So, yeah, it looks like it's an uphill struggle for Curaçao. Joining them, it will be, who we got here? El Salvador. Again, yes, their odds have shortened pretty much by half. They start the tournament at 60 to 1 to go all out and win the stinking thing, but now they have shortened down to 33 to 1 after their opening fixture. Alongside them, it is Honduras. That's right. Again, they started, in fact, their odds have lengthened since the start of the tournament. 25 to 1 originally, now as long as 40 to 1. And wrap it up is the Reggae boys and girls. And their odds have not budged one bit. 14 to 1, they've stayed the same. So, yes. So, let's take a look at the current state of flux here. So these are obviously the way the table looks right now, and we'll reveal the results to you right here, right now. So first and foremost, Curaçao did take on El Salvador, and that game was on the 18th of June. Depending on wherever you are watching this in the world, and I'm watching it in the US, so the kickoff time was not midnight. It's probably Central European time, so it was late. I'll give you that. So the result was a 1-0 victory for El Salvador. I actually predicted a 2-0 victory for El Salvador, so not too shabby, boys and girls, not too shabby indeed. Moving over to Jamaica up against Honduras. That was another close game, very, very close game, and a lot of goals in it, boys and girls. Very, very, very action-packed game, and that ended up as a 3-2 victory for Jamaica. Get your Jamaicans up, man. Jamaica, 3-2 victors. I was close to the money, very, very close. I got it wrong, but I was 2-2, so just one goal shy. Now that has affected the table down the bottom there in Group C. As you can see, Jamaica topped the pops with the victory. The only, with the goals that they scored has pushed them to the top of the pops. El Salvador in second, Honduras and Curaçao make up the numbers. Meanwhile, the next two games for this group are El Salvador taking on Jamaica, Honduras taking on Curaçao, and we're going to take a look at those in a bit. So if you are watching on the Twitch sphere right here, right now, make sure you can stick your chat in the your predictions in the chat section, or later on the re-upload, make sure you stick your predictions in the comment section down below. Here are some of those viewers that did participate, whether it is on the Twitch sphere or over on YouTube. We got SEC Music, who's come in with he predicted a 3-1 victory for Salvador over Curaçao, not too shabby, and a 2-1 victory for Honduras over Jamaica. Again, not too bad. Well, yeah, it was wrong, but you know what I mean. And then Double he was joining us yesterday on the Twitch. He predicted a 1-1 draw for El Salvador, Curaçao, and a 2-1 victory for Jamaica over Honduras. And okay, always the ever-present Nathan came in with a 1-1 draw for Curaçao. Not too shabby. That's a bit off the money. And a 2-0 victory for Jamaica. So yeah, lots of drama, lots of stuff. But anyway, let's take a look at the next set of matches, the ones that we're talking about right here, right now. It is back over in Group C. El Salvador up against Jamaica. But yeah, so these two nations have played each other 20 times in all competitions and in all the grounds around the world, whether it's in El Salvador or Jamaica or neutral territory. 20 times. El Salvador picking up 10 victories now here. So obviously, you know, you gotta think that they have a good chance to win this one. Whereas Jamaica have won five times. They've drawn 5 between them. The bookmakers, on the other hand, think Jamaica are the favourites, all even. So bet a buck, win a buck. However, you bet on El Salvador, you're more likely to win $3 back. So that is that. Bear with me while this bad boy sorts itself out here. So we do have a couple of predictions on the old live chat here. Purple Haze is going with a 1-0 victory for El Salvador. Well, San Sebastian is going with, on the flip side, a 2-1 victory for Jamaica. As for me, it's starting to do my head in a little bit. My lights or something is messing with my mojo here. And we've also got Eternal Love, the real fans, is also going with a 2-1 victory for El Salvador. So we've got a bit of everything here. We've got a bit of everything. So I'm going to go with a 2-1 victory for Jamaica. Me and San Sebastian seem to be on the same wavelength here. But you never know. You never know. Your prediction might come true. So just if you are watching on the later upload on YouTube, stick them in your predictions in the comment section down below, and then we can review them next time out. Yes, maybe me and San Sebastian are the same person. You never know, huh? Well, we're not. I'll tell you that now. We're not. Anyway, moving on to the other game in Group C is Honduras up against Curaçao. Now, these two sides have never played each other ever. I don't believe it, but I know they're in the same confederation and all that kind of good stuff, but they've never played each other. So this is a fresh territory for both teams, both nations. So what's going to happen? What do the bookmakers think? Well, they think it's not as easy as you think. They're actually calling it, they're very tight to call on this one. It looks like 2-1 basically for Honduras to win. Basically, it's like 3-1 for Curaçao to win. So they can't, the bookmakers can't really separate the two sides. The draw is 2-1. Yeah. So what do you guys got in the comments section? Well, we got Eternal Love. The real fans going with a 2-0 victory for Honduras. Purple Haze is going with a 2-0 win for Honduras. So Sansas is thinking about it. He's not going to go with it. Oh, there he goes. 2-0. Oh, it's a three-peat. It's a three-peat. Can I make it a four-peat? I'm going with a 2-0 victory for Honduras. Look at us. Hey, it's a clean sweep in the house. Yep. All aboard the Honduras train, indeed. So that, my friends, is what we got for you. You will still have time to join in the predictions in the old comment section on the upload. Or if you are, you can still watch these Twitch streams as it were live, and you can still stick your chat section or your predictions in the old chat section there and then. Now, so that is Group C. So we'll kick on further into Group D and take a look at those nations. Those nations were in action last night. I didn't update the old table, so I had to make sure I updated it because it wouldn't have been complete. But anyway, just a quick reminder that these are the nations that occupy Group D, and we're kicking off with Guyana. Their odds have lengthened dramatically. Well, they were always going to be long shots in this tournament. Their first ever appearance, I believe. Their odds originally started at 750 to 1. They're now 1,000 to 1, so very, very distant odds. So, you know, spend a buck, you could win 1,000. Joining them is World Cup participants last time out, Panama. Their odds have lengthened a little bit. They originally started at 12 to 1. Despite their result, they've now 16 to 1. So they look like they're drifting away. Joining them is TT, Trinidad Tobago. Originally started at 40 to 1. They're now 150 to 1. And of course, USA, who looked not too bad last night. They put up, well, obviously, it's only Guyana. But 7-5 originally, 15-8. So they've also lengthened a little bit. So their odds have drifted. I think the two nations that really have impressed me so far after this lot, Mexico, phenomenal. Canada did okay as well in their group. Who else? Who was in Group B that stood out for me? Haiti. I think Haiti, underestimating people a little bit. But anyway, we'll talk more about that in a minute. Anyway, here are, hopefully the graphics will work on here because I was very, very quick to update. So that's the current state of play down the bottom there on the table in Group D. United States are top, just purely on goal difference. Panama are second now. And we're going to hopefully go through those results in a minute. Trinidad, Tobago and Guyana yet to get off the mark with a big fat 0. So the results last time out, 2-0 victory were for Panama. I went with a 3-2 victory for Panama. So I got the result right. I just didn't get the scoreline right. So a little bit off the money there. USA took on Guyana as well, and that ended up as a 4-0 victory for USA. I went with a 3-0, so not too shabby, just 1 goal shy. What did the boys and girls over on the Chattersphere, the Twittersphere, and all that kind of go? Well, they went for this. So SEC Music went with a 2-2 draw for Panama, and USA won, Guyana 0. That was one prediction. Double Ump came in with a 2-1 victory for TT over Panama, so he got that one wrong. He did get the USA-Guyana one right, 4-0, and obviously the ever-present Nathan Purple Hazer, 2-0 victory for Panama, 3-1 victory for Guyana. So, yeah, not too bad, boys and girls. Not too bad. Yes, you did get that one. What about the next round of matches, though? What do you got in store for these bad boys? Group D's, Guyana up against Panama. Now, this is a must-win game for Guyana, and it's a must-win game for Trinidad and Tobago. I think 2 defeats, and you're out. Basically, you know, top 2 qualify into the knockout stages, and that's when this tournament really picks up. And if you're a nation that doesn't really, you know, when you look at Haiti, for example, if they could squeeze through to the knockout phases, they have a chance to upset the odds, because you could grind it out and take it to penalties and all that kind of good stuff. We have a couple of predictions coming in, but let's break down the stats for you quickly. Again, Guyana, kind of seems to be a new nation on the scene here, not played against Panama. According to my stats, they've never played each other. 0-0, clean slate, but the bookmakers, they have Panama red-hot favourites, 2-15 to win it. Guyana as long as 14-1 just to win this game, 6-1 the draw. If you are watching on the chat, get your predictions in now. If you are watching later on the YouTube, again, feel free to stick your predictions in the comments. I'll come back and check these videos later, see if there's any comments in there, and I'll update them just like I just did with the other ones. We have a couple of predictions, and the Purple Hazers coming in there with a 6-0 victory for Guyana. Eternal Love of the Real Fans has gone with a 1-0 win for did I say? Sorry, I think Purple Haze a 6-0 victory for Panama over Guyana. Eternal Love of the Real Fans going with a 1-0 victory for Panama over Guyana. And San Sebastian's going with a 3-0 victory for Panama. I think Purple Hazer wants goals and goals galore. I've gone with a 3-0 victory. I'm telling you, me and San Sebastian are... we're getting some real good predictions. Like, you know, we seem to be on the same wavelength there a little bit. But I'm playing it safe. I love to see big results like what Purple Haze is going for, like the Mexico against Cuba one. But I just don't know. I think Panama, they'll get the job done. They'll get over the line and they'll do the business. And they'll get themselves through to the next round, because a victory here will do just that. Also in Group D, it is USA, obviously joint hosts alongside Jamaica and Mexico. Up against Trinidad and Tobago, must-win game for TT, yeah, it's going to be difficult. Now, these two sides have played each other a few times over the seasons, over the years. USA winning 18 of the 26 matches, Trinidad winning 4 of them. They've drawn each other 4 times over the grounds, over the worlds, wherever they are, wherever they play. The bookmakers have USA red-hot favourites, 10-1 on. So you've got to spend $10 just to win $1. So it's a little bit of a long shot. What have I got going on here? I think this odd looks wrong. It must be 15-2 for Trinidad. I don't think it's 2-15. The draw is 6-1. So yeah, what have you got in the old comments section, in the chat section? What you got? So we got one coming through. Purple Haze is going with a 3-2 victory for Trinidad and Tobago. He's going against the grain here, and Eternal Love the Real Fans. He's going to go with a long shot 2-1 victory for USA, and just waiting on San Sebastian while he's scratching his head and thinking about what he's going. He's going with a 1-0 victory for the USA. If I've gone 1-0 victory for the USA, then maybe there is something in this clone business, but I'm going with a 2-1 victory for the USA. So I'm going with a victory, obviously home territory, and again, beating Guyana, as they did, 4-0, and squeaking by Trinidad doesn't really set the place on fire for me for USA. I think when it gets to the knockout phases, they need to turn it up, and that does seem to happen in major international football competitions like this. The mega teams or the bigger teams or the fancy teams don't really seem to click into top gear until the knockout stage. I don't think we've seen the real USA yet. I hope we've not seen. If we've not seen the real Mexico yet, I'm worried for everybody else. But yeah, so far this tournament is okay. It's bubbling up nicely. And yeah, so we're going to be looking forward to match day 2. The results coming in. I think they start trickling in over the next day or two, and we'll be back for match day 3 in groups A and group B, probably Friday. I believe coming back on Friday for that, maybe Saturday. Yeah, so let's push on further. Just a quick wrap up this baby, in case you are new to the territory and you never stumbled across this before. This is a quick overview for the channel, for the future, and for right here, right now. Over on the YouTube, in the new season, domestically, I will be going live on YouTube, not here, on YouTube for Premier League and the Championship. For those two, we're predicting them week in, week out. Every match day I'll be live. But I'll also have pre-record Bundesliga, La Liga, Serie A. Now, over on Patreon, if you want to become a Patreon member, you can get access to 6 different leagues. I'll predict League 1's League 2, the top division in Scotland, top division in France, top division in Holland, and top division in Portugal. Details for that should hopefully be on the Patreon, if not now, very, very soon. And while you're right here, right now, live on Twitch, we are predicting the Gold Cup, the Copa America, and very, very soon, in like minutes few, we'll be going live once again for the Africa Cup of Nations groups C and D, match day 1. We'll have that for you right here, right now. So anyway, folks, and if you need links to them bad boys, they are right here. That's right. So anyway, folks, that's all I've got for you. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the thumbs up. And if you do, smash the subscribe. I've got new predictions each and every day at the moment as these summer tournaments kick it on. If you are watching on YouTube and you think, how can I get involved in this live interactive fun, just head over to the Twitch sphere, smash the old follow, then you'll know whenever I'm live. And it's pretty much every single day, boys and girls. But anyway, if you are new to the channel, smash the old subscribe, smash the thumbs up and all that kind of good stuff. And we'll be back again. And if you are watching here right here on the live Twitcher sphere, don't go anywhere. I'm going to be back in about 10 minutes, and it will be about 10 minutes, maybe 11 minutes. I'm going to reset the clocks, reset the blocks, and we're going to come right back here for Africa Cup of Nations, part 2, match day 1. Taking a look at 4 more matches, I believe, 8 more nations, and we're going to have a look at that right here, right now, live on the Twitcher sphere. Anyway, till then, thumbs up, subscribe, smash the follow. I'll be back very, very soon. You're looking for some more great Gold Cup content? Why don't you join me for one of my live sessions over on Twitch? Details to that sucker in the old description down below.